Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host. What do I look like to you? A sitting duck. And today we have The Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 4. So we got introduced to the Washington Liberation Front, the Wolves. Stupid name. And Ellie and Dina have set off on their revenge kick. They're going into Seattle thinking that this group is a lot smaller than they really are. We saw that they have some military grade weaponry, saw an APC, a couple of Humvees, and probably like a full company's worth of well supplied, well geared troops. So yeah, they're going into this thing thinking that it's going to be like 6, 7 people, and there's like almost 300 of them. So yeah, they are walking into a trap. I'm just hoping that, they can stealth around long enough to actually observe these people and realize that they're in way over their head and hopefully get out of there without being noticed. Right now, the thing I'm most concerned with is what this group is doing. They seem to be preparing for something. I'm really worried for Jackson right now. They're still very vulnerable from the last attack that, again, they barely survived. And like I said the last time, they have electricity, they have running water, they have a wall. They have a lot of things that make them, a very juicy target for these people. And it's entirely possible that they're getting organized to go on the march and take over Jackson, kill everyone inside, and just claim it as their own. We did see a little bit more of the world. We don't have a name for the group that got attacked the previous episode. I called them a religious cult because they were talking about prophets and it just had like a culty vibe to me. But yeah, I think this season we're going to see a little bit more of, outside of just these main hub areas. Right now, the biggest thing on our radar is, some of the cities that were already visited in season 1, Jackson and now Seattle. But we know from the previous season that there's a lot more going on in the world. There's probably hundreds of different, survival groups, strange characters, and, messed up dystopian cultures that have emerged in this post-apocalyptic world. So yeah, there's still a lot to work with, and again, I'm someone that's never played the game. This is all knowledge that I've gained from just watching the show. But yeah, it should be a really interesting episode, and honestly, I just want to get right to it. But before I begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. Channel's doing awesome right now, over 5,000 on the march to 10,000. I've launched the Joe Consume Cinema Patreon. Every member of my Patreon gets a guaranteed movie request. I have the first season of The Penguin, the second season of The Squid Game, and the entirety of Mr. Robot now. I did a ton of editing, got caught up with my season 3 edits, and just finished off the show. And yeah, now I have everything up there on the Patreon. So that's more than 40 reactions right there, plus the guaranteed movie request. I feel it's a really good offer for, $2 per month. But if money's tight, I understand. You could also just join as a free member too. I have gotten into the habit of posting some early access stuff. My Severance reactions are about a week ahead early access up on the Patreon. So there is some actual added channel benefit even to just being a free member. And I just think that it's going to be very good for, the channel longevity to get as many members as possible signed up on the Patreon. Even if they're free members, it still really helps out, boost the metric, makes things look a little bit better. And yeah, any support is always very much appreciated. So if you can't sign up as a free member, well, maybe you could like, comment, share, subscribe. That all really helps too. I all really appreciate it. And with that, let's get right to the episode.
WLF stuff?
I thought it was. Turned out later it was some like religious crap, but I didn't fucking know that.
What are you fucking calling for? What, you can't handle 3 voters? What these fucking pussies even do?
Fedra's a bunch of scumbags.
The citizens, why do you call them voters?
I don't know. That's what we fucking call them. Who cares?
Because we took away their rights.
Jeffrey Wright?
Took away their right to vote, and somebody started calling them voters to mock them.
He's a good actor. I think they walked into a trap. Yeah.
Could be WLF. Lock and load.
No. I'm gonna go talk to them. Alone.
But protocol.
Protocol is to obey your commanding officer, period. The end.
He seems more reasonable than everyone else in there.
Come with me. Learn something.
You Isaac?
You hand her hand.
Is this planned? Is he gonna kill his men? Yeah. Holy shit. Wow.
Welcome to the fight.
Now make your choice.
That's interesting. So he was the only one that wasn't talking with glee about, brutalizing people and stuff like that. Fedra consistently has been scum throughout the entire show. Okay, that was 11 years ago.
There's nothing else back here.
What is it? I'm guessing she found drugs. I don't know.
You okay? Yeah. What's up with all the rainbows? I don't know. Maybe they were all optimists.
I like it.
I've never seen a tank this close. Me neither. All these bodies are in Frederick gear. Almost looks like they were fighting each other.
It's an M1 Abrams. A lot of moss growing over it, but still.
3 burnt skeletons, like Apollo 1. You gotta be shitting me. Fuck yeah, let's go.
You sure about that? If you paint a sign big enough to be seen from miles away, that means you want people to know that you're there. Which also means, more likely than not, you're prepared.
They're on a hill, so they'll see us coming.
There you go. Dina's smart. They're in the record store. Very nice. Okay, maybe don't make a bunch of fucking noise. Like, I said Dina was smart, but maybe not that smart.
Come on.
Again, don't be making noise. Like, come on. You're out here to kill people. You guys were acting smart before. I'm waiting for somebody to show up and start shooting at them.
You've gotten pretty good.
Why is she so emotional right now?
All those lessons from Joel.
I will own a Mobiel saucepan.
You have someone chained up in the background?
She watches over me.
Then she's been watching you get your ass kicked. Some of you actually understand she was just a person.
Heretics.
Of course. Where are the Scars attacking next?
Scars.
This is so fucked.
Shut up.
Isaac knows what he's doing. She watches over me. She fills my soul.
You put an arrow in a little boy's head. Was she filling your soul then?
You kill our children.
Never by choice. You train them to shoot at us.
Because your wolves kill them.
Because you train them to shoot at us.
Because you broke the truce.
Because you broke the truce.
You were gonna lose.
We have automatic weapons and hospitals, and you lunatics have bolt-action rifles, bows and arrows, and superstition.
Every day, one of your wolves comes to see the truth, and none of us ever leave to become a wolf.
I will burn every part of you until you tell me what I want to know!
Religious zealot. Martyrdom is the point.
Scar got what he deserved.
Well, that guy got hardened over 11 years.
And if we run into wolves that weren't in Jackson? Agreed.
Yeah, you're in all the way now. It just sucks that they don't know their strength still.
What the fuck is this?
Okay. Feel her love. Oh, God.
That group we saw in the woods, they did this.
What the fuck is wrong with Seattle? It's the same ones we use.
Shit, get down, down!
Oh my God. Scar's got all of them. The rest of you fan out. And go slow. I don't give a shit if it's a woman or a kid. I don't care if it's a fucking baby. Look what they did.
She does have good jiu-jitsu.
We got one!
Oh, shit. Oh, knife to the throat.
We can fix, they can't.
They're in the transit tunnel. Circle to the south entrance.
I'm always nervous when anyone goes underground in the show. It's never a good thing. Interesting. Oh, shit. Yeah. More than one. It's drawing a lot of them here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow, that's insane.
Ellie! Jump!
Oh, shit. Saved her life, but now she has to explain.
Maybe there. Come on, we gotta get out.
Oh, God. She's thinking she has to kill her. Now would be a really good time to explain, Ellie, before she shoots you.
Okay, it's not perfect, but if anyone tries to get in, it'll buy some time. What are you doing? I need you to understand something.
Please don't make this any harder than it has to be.
Wait.
Why did you do that? Why the fuck did you have to do that?
Please listen to me. Fuck. I'm immune. I can't get infected. Did you do not fucking shoot me? I'm gonna walk over there, nice and slow, to that big fucking chair, and I'm gonna banish my arm and I'm gonna go to sleep. You're gonna sit as far away from me as you want, and you're gonna keep that gun pointed on me. If I turn, shoot me, but I promise I'm gonna wake up exactly as I am right now. It's just water. Rain fell on my face, that's all. See? No shaking.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, okay. Okay, not where I thought this was gonna go. When she was rooting through that pharmacy, did she find Plan B or something? Is that what made her stop? Again, probably not something you want to be doing while you're on the run from, you know, a bunch of armed people.
It'll be better.
Beefy.
This future I was imagining wasn't gonna happen. Where we're together and we have a kid.
I told my mother I like boys and I like girls, and she said, no, you like boys. I got stuck.
I tried to make things work with Jesse because I like him. I do. I think he's a really good guy. He wasn't the one. Not everyone's as brave as you. I'm not brave. I'm just obvious.
I like that. I'm not brave, I'm just obvious.
You want a pregnancy test?
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, taking 4 pregnancy tests is pretty damn determinative.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Is this the next attack? Okay.
That's Lake Hill.
You don't have to go. You can stay here.
Fuck you.
No, I'm not saying it's different now.
Yes, it is.
Will you please just think about it?
Together.
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. So that was episode 4. It's really good. We got introduced to Isaac and his kind of backstory. He was initially a Fedra agent, was basically just disgusted with, you know, how they brutalize civilians, kill them for fun, that type of thing. He reached out to the WLF, set up a bunch of his own men to be killed. It was very cool. Like, I saw him walking up, and all of a sudden he's reaching for the grenades on his belt. I was like, oh my god, I know exactly what he's about to do, and he did it. That was really cool. He joins with them. I'm guessing he's their leader, the way everyone talks about him, and they just kind of defer to what he says and does. We got a little bit more information on that group that's like, as I described, a cult. They were talking about prophets. Isaac was calling them scars, but the guy that was being interrogated used a different name, Seraphins or something like that. They are religious zealots. The two talked about a truce that they once had between the two groups, and both sides claimed that the other violated it. It was interesting during their conversation, Isaac was talking about how the scars are absolutely ruthless, kill children, innocents, stuff like that. The scar that was being interrogated said, "You do the same to us." And Isaac made the point to say, "We only kill your children when it's absolutely necessary. You taught them to shoot at us. That's why they get killed." Now, it's interesting what Abby said to Joel about their leader having taught them a code that they try to live by, and it being such a significant thing because Abby was breaking her code and what she did to Joel. This is pretty interesting. Just based on what I know from the two groups thus far, I'm probably going to side with the Washington Liberation Front way more than I am with the Scars. That group just seems insane to me. Now, we don't know, exactly what the whole dynamic here is, but it seems that the Scars might have the numbers, and the Wolves have, better overall weaponry and training. The way the one Scar put it was interesting. Every day, Wolves voluntarily join the Scars, and no one ever quits the Scars, apparently. Crazy religious cults, that would sort of make sense. The episode ended with a very big explosion and attack, like off in the distance, probably between the two groups. It might also be the Wolves cleaning up the infected that were down in that subway tunnel. It's possible, they found their way out of there somehow. There were some really intense scenes. Probably the most intense was after Ellie and Dina found those bodies of these wolves. Again, pretty gruesome stuff. They were disemboweled, hung from the neck, hands and feet bound in barbed wire. More wolves show up, do a sweep of the area. Ellie and Dina barely manage to get out of there. They run off, find a doorway that looked like the building had collapsed in, but there's a hole big enough for them to fit through, and the grown men that were chasing him were too big to actually fit through it. This then leads to the subway. Dina gets attacked. Ellie puts her forearm up to save her life. This then leads to the very interesting reveal where Ellie has to say that she's immune. Dina is rightly skeptical in that moment. She thinks she has to kill her best friend, otherwise she's about to be killed herself. There's some inconsistency between these two characters that is a little bit off-putting. It's not like a really big deal, but something I just took note of during the episode. Dina comes across as very intelligent, and she thinks things out. She pointed out to Ellie about the TV dish with WLF on it, that going there now in broad daylight is a really bad idea. They purposefully put that there on a hill, knowing that it would attract people and they'd be spotted out in the open because they have the high ground. Ellie would have rushed off and just, gotten herself killed or captured in that moment without Dina. She just rushes into things and she doesn't really think things through. I also wasn't the biggest fan of, how they acted given their situation. Best example being they're in the music shop and they take the time to, mess with the drums and playing the guitar. It's like you're in enemy territory. You can easily get killed if you make noise and draw attention to yourself. Why are you doing this? That was kind of dumb. Also, don't think it was the best thing to do for the two of them to have sex, given that, they just escaped almost certain death. Now, granted, in the moment, Dina was just so relieved that Ellie wasn't going to die because she talked about how she had this whole idea of the future that the two of them would have, and it was all about to go away. And then all of a sudden it came rushing back. I get it. It's just, again, you're in enemy territory. You're on the run. People are trying to kill you. You should be taking turns sleeping, and somebody should be keeping watch is what should be going on right now. Dina revealed that she's pregnant from Jesse. She talked about how she came out to her mom that she was bisexual. Her mom was pretty conservative, it seems, and basically forbade it. So that's why this whole dynamic between she's with Jesse, she's with Ellie, that's why that's been going on for so long now. But ultimately, she chooses Ellie and wants to have a life with her, wants to raise this child. The way they are setting things up, Dina is going to die this season, which sucks because she's a really good new character, and I really like that actress too. But just the way they're setting things up, I think she's going to die. I did really like that line from Ellie, "I'm not brave, I'm obvious." I laughed at that, but that's a good line. The very end of the episode, Ellie starts to show a little bit of doubt. Given all that has happened recently, learning that Dina is pregnant, the thought crossed her mind, I don't want to risk Dina's life in this. She should go back, I should carry on, that type of thing. But Dina reaffirms her commitment to Ellie, says we're in this together, and that's how the episode ends. It was really good overall. A lot to think about given, this new information about these two groups. The next episode should be damn interesting, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.